It is crazy how long Matt Prater's been in the NFL.
Yeah, they who's calling that? Is Romo calling this game?
Yeah, no, it's I think it's Mark Sanchez and wait, Spiro Ditas and whoever that other guy is.
Yeah, because they said,
Archuleta.
yeah, whoever, I don't know which one said it. They're like, Prater had a leg,
Yeah,
still has a leg, and he'll probably continue to have a leg. I was like, that's very true.
Yeah.
Matt Prater.
It's hard to believe he's been off the Broncos for a decade,
Yeah.
a full decade.
Yeah. Actually, this is a good place to start the podcast with Matt Prater news.
Matt Prater.
I started recording. I don't know how smooth this intro will be. But one thing I think we always forget about after Matt Prater left was the Connor Barth / Brandon McManus transition year.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, we let Prater go because he had some weird DUI stripper car wreck incident. I forget exactly what happened.
Okay, if you had to release every kicker who had one of those incidents, there'd be no kickers left.
Fair enough. I mean, what's a groupie down in New Orleans? Little 5'7" groupie. He's bound to.
That guy's got some groupies, that's for sure.
Yeah, I root for that guy. But like Barth came out and he was great right away. But he didn't.
It was McManus first.
It was McManus,
Barth, and then back to McManus.
He struggled, so they cut McManus, signed Barth, but then re-signed McManus, or just delegated him to kickoff duty.
Just kickoffs, yeah.
Because Barth didn't have the leg for kickoff, and then Barth started not being great, and then was it the next season they just went all in on McManus?
They went all McManus, and it paid off. He was great
later in that year. Yeah. Yeah, that was an odd transition. And, you know, that's one of those moves where, like, I think that came after Elway's. He had both his, like, front office guys get DUIs.
Yeah,
and then Matt Russell, and I forget the other guy. But I think they're just like, we can't.
The other guy was John Elway.
Was not. He's not on the record for ever having one.
He can pay for cars, for, rides and whatnot.
Yeah. Anyway, Will and I are back. Will Keys. God damn it, it says Brandon. Fucking hell. Anyway.
Brandon Burner.
I don't know who did that, when that happened. It's still here. But Will, make sure you check out Will's YouTube channel. Will Sucks at Games.
Yeah.
He's getting back into it. He just made me a 7'4" Wimby. So
you were Wembified.
I haven't even watched that video yet. But do I do well?
No.
Damn it.
But I did keep playing after I stopped recording, like 3 games, and I think you had like 25 rebounds.
Hell yeah.
The next couple games. So it took me a while to get up to speed, but rest assured, if I do return to it, you'll be pulling down triple or quadruple doubles every night.
I want to be pulling down Jays every chance I get.
Just launching 45 footers.
Pulling down Jays. All right. We got Broncos Bills Monday Night Football.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure we'll do a live podcast after that game, but I just wanted to sit down with you for a little bit and kind of preview the game. Because we didn't do a pod last week, and then I did the pod with Let's Talk Broncos, and I'm excited about this Broncos Bills game.
I am too.
I feel like it's the first time I'm excited about a Broncos game in November in years. I was a little bit excited for the Broncos Chiefs game because I really thought they could win just based on probability of the streak ending.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like they can win this game against Buffalo. So we're going to talk about why.
I'm with
you. Here's what I fear, because I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are a pretty good football team. And they
Yeah.
just got their fucking asses beat by San Francisco today. San Francisco just coming off 3 straight losses.
Mm-hmm.
Bills, are they coming off 2 straight or 3 straight losses?
Might be like 3 out of 4 or something. Here, let me check.
Yeah.
They lost 2 out of their last 3.
They lost
So they
2
beat
out
the
of
Bucks on Thursday night, but that was it.
Okay. But their backs are against the wall, and they're a little bit volatile, in my opinion, for that reason. So
Yeah.
that's what scares me about the game. But I feel like this is the game that is going to actually define the rest of the season for the Broncos. The Chiefs game is the one that turns it around, and if they win this one, it's like, okay, we're good. We're gonna go in. We've got a team. Let's just keep fucking going.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't trust Russ completely, and if you don't trust your quarterback, that's a good reason to think your team will lose. But everything else feels like it's going pretty well. Defense a lot better over the last 3 weeks. Special teams been pretty damn good. It's such an improvement from what we're used to with special teams. Offensive line been good. Javonte Williams starting to play better. And I think as long as your run game is good, Russell Wilson can be effective. But am I getting too excited?
Or you can just kind of hide him and ask him to make some magic in the red zone.
Complete 12 passes and get the victory like you did against KC?
Was JJ McCarthy for Michigan like 7 for 8 yesterday?
Stupid.
and they, they ran away with it. No, but I do think that the formula for beating the Bills is like really similar to beating the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, you want to play, keep away from Josh Allen like they did with Mahomes, control the clock. And then I feel like defending Allen and Mahomes is kind of a similar thing. Like, you can never give up on the play. You sort of play contain more than you try to, get around the edge and rush him, because he can slip through, one of those holes if you get too deep. And yeah, they did a good job against Mahomes. Just kind of keep the formula the same, and pray to God they hold up.
Yeah, and I think we've seen the Bills offense and the Chiefs offense, and I think it's a testament to how defenses are defending both Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes' strengths, or any quarterback who's very good at extending plays and then getting the ball deep. We talked about it in I forget what video, but you wrote about it specifically, like the Chiefs' deep ball and how many deep touchdowns they have this year, way down. I don't know if that's true for Buffalo, but just watching the Bills a handful of times this season, it definitely feels like there's far less big plays. Or when Josh Allen does throw those, it's resulting in interceptions. And I think,
I think that Week 1 game against the Jets, he was a little too eager to go deep in a game where he really just needed to not give the ball away. And I don't think that game like scared him or discouraged him from going deep, but I think he realized that he doesn't need to play hero ball quite as much.
Right.
And on one hand, like, I don't think he's totally giving the game away in either of their most recent losses, but
no,
it's kind of been this flip-flop between they're playing a little conservatively, and also he's, before today at least, he was tied for the league lead in interceptions with 9.
Yeah. I feel like that's just going to be his career.
Yeah.
And it's you can usually live with it because he does make up for it. And he did last week. He threw a pick, and then it was the next series he ran in for that touchdown and then got flagged for pointing and then fined for pointing.
Dumb was that.
But those mistakes, if you're not scoring 30 plus points a game or close to 30 points a game, like we got used to seeing the Bills do, then they really do start to matter. And it's like the Broncos are kind of just asking Russell Wilson to do the opposite. and just be incredibly safe with the ball. And Russ does not take those risky chances, but he'll still throw the deep ball when I think for the most part, when he thinks he has it. Last season, we saw him, games got so desperate. That's where he started to make a lot of mistakes. And then last week the Chiefs game, he was a little off target on some of the throws. So what I'm hoping is we just see Russell Wilson play his best game this season. I don't think we've really seen him have like a true complete quarterback game.
No, I mean, he really turned it on.
Some things really well, but like other parts are like, I could be a little better here. He's got to play his best game this week. Agreed.
Yeah, I think he had an incredible stretch against the Bears. Granted, it was against the Bears and in the second half, but I think you're right. We haven't really seen that complete game yet. It's kind of just been a tale of two halves, and you're flip-flopping between, which half is going to be the good one. Hopefully the second half.
Hopefully it is the second half.
I don't know if this means anything, but I did see a stat that we haven't won in Buffalo since week 1, 2007.
Damn.
You remember that game?
Was that the Blizzard game or?
That was that like Jason Elam fire drill kick at the end. Jay Cutler.
No, I don't remember it.
You remember that game?
No.
That was a great
I'm
game.
sure if I saw a highlight, it would come back to me.
It's been a long time, though.
I remember the game where the Broncos had to drive on snowmobiles because there's a blizzard in Denver, but they were going to Buffalo. I can't remember if that's – and wasn't there one where Shanahan – what was the one where he kicked off after in overtime? Oh. They won the coin toss, and he was pissed off at the team for letting it go into OT, so he made the defense go out and get the stop.
That is a bold
That might
one.
be one of the Super Bowl seasons. I can't really remember. I have no memory. It does not exist anymore.
Yeah, it might predate me a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, I think this game is significant too, as sort of a point of demarcation in the season, because people have started to stop making fun of us.
Yeah.
And it could go one of two ways, because I know we had the Thursday night football game against the Chiefs, but Thursday night games are always bad.
Yeah.
Like Monday night football, people expect, something good.
Expect it to be good. There are a lot of people who still think the Broncos are terrible. And if they lose, they'll be like, yeah, nothing's changed. It's an opportunity for them to really get people off of us. Thank God the Giants are so bad, because I think they're they're probably the worst team right now.
They are indeed the punching bag.
Yeah. The Panthers are bad, but the Giants are bad in like a
funny way.
Yeah, and then we got another primetime game against the Vikings, and now the way Josh Dobbs is playing,
that went from not me at all.
That went from a game like, oh shit, Kirk Cousins that's gonna be tough, to Vikings lose Kirk Cousins, maybe they can win that primetime game, to oh shit, Josh Dobbs is might be harder to defend.
Yeah, and there's not really much of a drop off there.
No.
And suddenly, like, Denver wins, they get to 4-5. The Vikings have a winning record now. That's kind of an intriguing game as well.
Yeah, so it's this Bills game is everything for this season. I think to believe like that the Broncos can be in a spot to get into the playoffs. I'm not even saying believe a playoff team, but believe we can be in a spot to be a playoff team. It is this game against the Bills, and I guarantee they're going to win it. I just feel like the Broncos are going to win it. I'm titling this podcast, I guarantee the Denver Broncos will beat the Bills will, and I'm doubling down on that. So if you believe in me, and you believe in my prediction, and you believe that the Broncos stat totals are going to back it up, make sure you do that. Well, Underdog Fantasy and our code Let's Ride, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Okay, there's a link in the description. I will set a Broncos specific underdog lineup tomorrow on GPS. Actually, wait, let me see if it's available yet. Lobby. Do I got Broncos here? Mm-mm. Ooh, I do. Maybe I should just. Oh, there's only 5. There'll be more tomorrow. I'm gonna wait. But I'm gonna show you how close I was to almost winning. Will? We counted. I'm like 0-37 in my pick'em games on underdog. And mother liquor. I thought I had it this week. I really, really did. Will, watch this shit. Watch how freaking tortured I am. All right. Okay. Bijan, nail it. Amon-Ra, nail it. Goff, nail it. Kittle, nail it. Laporta. I jumped up. I started screaming. I saw Goff throw a touchdown pass to a tight end. It was Brock Wright. Brock Wright stole.
Brock wrong.
Yeah, stole it from me. I was like, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to win. And I didn't. And then this one, I just got wild. I took higher on Tommy D.
Higher on Tommy D.
I said, you know what? 9 points. I know it's improbable. It's implausible.
It wasn't that far away.
I'm like, the Giants they're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to try to run it a lot. Anyway. Yeah. It could still happen. But if you're going to play, do it with our code, our link. Let's ride. Okay, Will, I want to talk about the revenge game. The thing.
Miller angle.
Nope.
Oh,
Latavius Murray, baby. We're talking Latavius Murray, Will.
I am concerned about Latavius Murray.
I am a little bit too.
I'm actually concerned. I'm actually more concerned about James Cook. I'm not concerned about Leonard Fournette. But James Cook does frighten me. Do we know the status of Stephon Diggs?
I think he's good to play. He was limited this week with a back injury. Micah Hyde is out. Again, he's got another neck injury.
Yep. Christian Benford.
Yeah.
Out.
And
Terrell Bernard, questionable.
Yeah. I confused Benford and Bernard for a minute there. I was like, isn't he the linebacker? I was like, no. But so Hyde's out. They've got a corner out. I'm guessing that means DeMar Hamlin's got to be active this game. But Bill's secondary, the Broncos should be able to make some plays in the passing game. And it would be nice. If we got a little Marvin Mims sighting again. Yeah. That would be sweet.
Who?
Marvin Mims? Our rookie savior?
It feels like 10 years ago.
The guy who was going to let us trade Jerry Jeudy?
None of this rings a bell.
Oh, okay.
This is in the before we beat the Chiefs. I don't acknowledge that period of the season.
He goes by another name. I believe it's Sua Cravens.
Sua Cravens. Just anonymous.
You hear his name, you just never see him.
I don't get it. Still. I just don't get it. Maybe there just aren't that many targets to go around, I suppose.
Yeah, possibly. I think
like how often are they running 3 wide receiver sets? And how often do you need to take Jeudy or Sutton off the field, basically?
Not very often.
Not really, yeah. They are the 2 best wide receivers on the team.
Yeah. So the Chiefs game, Javonte Williams had 27 carries for 85 yards.
Yeah.
So he had 27. McLaughlin had 4. Russ had 8. I would like to see more. I'd like to see more of those runs from Russ be designed runs. A lot of them are just scrambles he's turning in, because I feel like one thing they had success with early in the season were designed runs with Russell Wilson. Like, oh yeah, he lost that weight. It's working. He's actually pretty good at it last year, I thought. Yeah, he was just a little slower, but
Yeah.
you just had to wait like a half a second longer to be rewarded. But I think just a couple more of those, and I like the formula of if Javante's getting 25 plus carries, that's probably a good thing, and that does two things,
Definitely.
right? It keeps the game manageable for Russ. It's not going to get out of control if you're running it that well. And it keeps offenses like the Bills in check. It takes a lot of pressure off your defense because chances are the Bills are sitting on the sideline for chunks. And even if you're not necessarily scoring, but you're picking up a few first downs because they're like 3 and 4 yards, and you're taking like 3 and 4 minutes off the clock. And then even if it's punting or settling for a field goal, that's just kind of like, I think the football we have to accept the Broncos offense is going to play well with. Every now and then, Russ might surprise us with one of his nice deep balls. Maybe Jerry Jeudy will rip one. And if some of those runs can break into longer plays, then
we haven't had
a
ton of long runs this year, but one of those would really be kind of nice tomorrow.
Yeah.
I feel like if our game plan works, you're looking at another kind of like 23 to 20 kind of game, 23 to 17.
Yeah.
But there's like a 15% chance the Bills put up like 42 points at the same time. They just have those games.
Yeah, no, they do.
48 to 20 against Miami, and they also came back and scored 14 on the Giants, lost to the Patriots. Put up 18 last week against the Bengals. They really are kind of bipolar on offense.
Yeah. Here's what was weird about the Chiefs game too, because Russ did have 3 passing touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
But Jerry Jeudy, 2 receptions, 50 yards. Cortland Sutton, 2 receptions. P. Ryan, 2 receptions. Javonte Williams, 3 receptions. He had 30 touches. Jaleel McLaughlin, 2 receptions for 6 yards. Javonte, 3 for 13. P. Ryan, 2 for 16. So fucking 2, 4, 7 of Russell Wilson's 12 completions were to running backs.
Yeah.
And none of those were really
an extension of the run game.
Yeah, but none of those were like super effective either. I mean, some of them were effective in that maybe you move the chains, but none of them turned into big plays. And I think that's a testament to how good Kansas City's defense is. I think like when you're looking at that game against Kansas City, and I feel like there's a lot to be desired there. I feel like the Bills defense is going to give up a couple big plays because they kind of do that every week. And the Bills defense is pretty good. I feel like it's still one of the top scoring defenses there, but I feel like the Broncos have a much better chance at catching the Bills in some bad positions and turning those into plays.
Yeah, you're right. The Bills are 5th in scoring defense.
Okay.
They're also 5th in scoring offense.
Yeah.
And they're 5 and 4. They're kind of like a 7 and 2 team trapped in a 5 and 4 team's body.
Yeah, they're kind of like the reverse Steelers.
Yes. No, that's a great point. You expect that to even out eventually, just hopefully not soon.
Tommy DeVito got over. He went higher. He got higher. Saquon Barkley, though.
Can you take me higher?
Saquon Barkley's still killing me. And the freaking Commanders are about to tie it up. Oh, hell yeah. There's some good games today. This is
Chargers Lions was really, really good. Bengals, Browns, Ravens.
Bengals, Texans. And now this Commander Seahawks game turning into a good one. All right. Anyway, we're watching live football while we podcast. It'll be completely irrelevant by the time I actually post this tonight. But all right, I just need a Saquon Barkley touchdown because Tyler Lockett got over. Okay. and Chargers lose. The Chargers lost. So if by some miracle the Jets can beat the Raiders tonight, and then the Broncos win on Monday, that's one of those weekends where everything falls their way. When's the last time we could say everything went the Broncos' way this weekend?
2015.
Maybe. Yeah.
2015, Super Bowl 50. Everything went right our way that weekend.
Yeah, that
And
weekend
that was
for
the
sure.
last time.
Securing the number 1 seed, that was huge for us into that season.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas City gave us a run for our money too.
Yeah.
They could have just lost and made it easy on us.
Those bastards.
Von
Miller, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Von's just classy. Said,
Love him.
Always love Broncos country. We'll always love the Denver Broncos. He always says the right thing. I am rooting for him to have a second half of the season resurrection. I don't like that people are calling him old or washed because he's returning from, was it an ACL again this time? Second ACL tear at age 34. I'm just hoping it's 1 week after this week.
I would have to agree with you there.
Do you think he gets his
it's not one of those things
season?
where it's like, I root, I don't want to see him sack our guys. I don't want to see him do one of those sack dances against us. I don't like the idea that he's going to be on the field, on our field, not wearing a Broncos jersey.
Yeah.
Not our field, but, the same field.
Do you think he gets his first sack of the year in this game?
Yeah, probably.
I feel like he will.
I think so. I think it's almost guaranteed.
He's going up against McGlinchey. We know Russ will hold on to the ball, not as fast as he used to be. And the way that Bengals game ended against Buffalo, Vaughn misses that tackle that would have given Buffalo a chance. He has Joe Mixon dead to rights, and Vaughn misses that tackle. I just feel like he's going to perform well because of the way that game ended, because that's what Vaughn does. He's just fucking good.
Yeah. It is funny that we chose Randy Gregory over him. I don't know if I believe that he was ever intending on coming back, but
he said he was. Like I said, he always says the right thing.
He does say the right thing. I don't know if he says the truthful thing, but
he wouldn't have gotten hurt here. I know that.
No.
But Gregory leaving has let the Broncos' young edge rushers start to really develop.
It's kind of a funny thing. It's a really weird unintended byproduct of tanking or rebuilding or whatever you want to call it, is you get rid of some dead weight and suddenly guys get the opportunity that they didn't have before, and a lot of guys just totally rise to the occasion. Or you get guys like Baron Browning back from injury at a good time. But I think, too, just some of the energy from people getting their first opportunity or, kind of a culture change.
Yeah.
Will actually do a lot.
Yeah, I think there's that. And I think a team being down as bad as the Broncos were, there's only one way to really go from there, and that's up. Mm-hmm. And you got to credit Vance Joseph for getting the defense to play better after we all wanted him fired. We got to credit Sean Payton for getting the whole team to be better after we were like, what the fuck is he doing? And really everything just comes down to can we see Russell Wilson? He's never going to be who he was at his best, but can he be good enough to lead this team? And that's kind of what we're, right. If you believe the defense is good, the offensive line is good, special teams is good, you've got a few decent skill players, he's the last straw. And that's the last decision I think the coaching staff and the front office are going to be making. It's just going to be evaluating Russ, I feel for the rest of the season, because if they don't feel like he's doing his job, they will cut him, or they will draft somebody and he will mentor them until they move on from Russ next year.
I don't feel like Russ is built for that.
I don't think he's built to I don't think he is built for it, but like the way he presents
But he
himself,
might not have any other option.
He's the most I will mentor my guy in the name of the team voice.
Yeah, I just don't.
No, I don't believe it
I
either.
can see him saying that, maybe.
Yeah. And then demanding a trade. But
yeah.
You get what I'm saying though, right? Like
I do, yeah.
I think everything for the rest of the season is just what can Russell do now that we're starting to believe that there's a team.
But it's also kind of hard to find out like what can Russell do when you're running the ball 35 times a game.
Yeah.
And the game plan is to basically keep him away from making a direct impact on the game as much as possible.
Yeah, but if you go, you know what, our identity is a run first football team, and we'll just continue to draft and build that way. We're not going to overspend in free agency necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can buy some time to be competitive with Russ.
That's true.
It's not a fun football team to be unless your run game is like fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Unless you're like getting 298 rushing yards like the Ravens.
Yeah, unless you're like the Ravens.
Fuck, right? Seahawks just won. Damn.
Or I guess the Lions today. That was pretty incredible.
Yeah. But
anyway, yeah, I see that. Also, if they just run into the right quarterback in the draft, they should just do that.
Yeah. Is Drake May now? Is he number one in our power rankings? Will in your power rankings, my power rankings?
I only watched Caleb Williams yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
So you watched Bo Nix too, then?
That was pretty incredible.
that stat line was hilarious.
It was like 2 for 2, 162 yards, pair of touchdowns.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought the second one was I thought I was looking at a replay of the first one. I was like, why are they showing this again?
Yeah. When I used to watch football with my grandpa, every now and then he would get a little confused by the replay and think it was a good play happening again.
Yeah.
He would get excited again. It'd be like one of those replays they throw in from like the middle of the game, and you jump up, and it was fun. It was heartwarming.
Yeah, be like, just let him have it,
Yeah.
He's having a good time.
Yeah. All right. I do think they're going to win tomorrow. I like your score. 22-18. All even numbers for some reason.
22-18. Could
Dumb
be a scoregami. I don't know. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go 23-17.
I think the Broncos defense might score a touchdown.
Be pretty
Pick
cool.
6.
Be pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, they will. Dalton Kincaid, Gabe Davis, Khalil Shakir. The one difference I think the Chiefs and Bills have real ball catchers they need to defend. So
they have actual tight ends.
Yeah.
We do not have a single tight end on our roster.
No. And if Diggs is healthy, he's still impossible to guard. Yeah, we have no tight ends. Dulcich is seen a specialist or something for his hamstring.
I saw that. And they're talking about like your hamstring problems are caused by your gait.
Your gait?
Or your wait, is that the right word for it? Like your walk?
Oh, no, I don't know.
I gotta look at
the way he walks is fucking up his hamstrings.
Yeah, like he runs weird, and that's why he runs and walks weird. Let me find the actual tweet really quick.
I know he's kind of like a long strider, right, or something like that.
Yeah. Swear to God, I wouldn't make fun of him.
Who's the crazy tight end in college right now?
Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
that's who Joey wants.
Look, if you got Russ still, you grab a generational tight end.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Sean Payton said tight end Greg Dulcich has seen specialists about his hamstring issues. Among issues examined are his gait, G-A-I-T, gait.
Oh,
it's just a fancy word for like stride.
Interesting. Well, I like that they're looking at all those angles.
Yeah, but how do you?
I don't know how you change
a person in their
I'm trying to give
20s to be like,
confidence
you have to walk differently than the way you've done it your entire life.
Sounds a lot like, hey, Marquette King, why don't you change how you punt for us, the Denver Broncos?
You're getting tired too easily. Why don't you change the way that you breathe?
Yeah.
Just breathe out of the side of your mouth.
Hey, but if Dulcich can return this season in the clutch for a clutch week,
his hamstring is fine, but he's running half as fast now.
Yeah. How's
he's
your
just
hamstring?
taking really tiny steps. My hamstring is good now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, we're gonna get out of here. I'm glad your hamstring's better.
Thank you, sir.
Come watch the stream with me on That's Good Sports tomorrow. Broncos Bills, guaranteed the win. It's gonna happen. Good night.
Yeah, and watch CJ Stroud rookie video if you haven't.
Oh yeah.
And what we got wrong about the 2023 season that you dropped this morning.
You need some time to kill the night during the Raiders Jets game? Yes, you do, because it's
probably
probably going to be boring.
Yep.
That's Good Sports. And good luck.